Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? It's Thursday. I actually had to look at my phone this morning to realize that it was Thursday. It's just gone by so fast. I swear, I've rolled out of bed every morning lately. It's just been a little chaotic. So I didn't want to startle anybody this morning. What's everybody up to? Hello, hello. Hey, Turtle Madness. Glamour. Is that it? Good morning, Michael. Pittsburgh nurse. Good to see everybody. What's everybody's thoughts this morning on the case of the state of Georgia versus Leilani Simon? I have so many thoughts. Ooh. Oh God. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm gonna do slate. Hey Juicer. Yeah, is everybody as frustrated as I am? I just cannot believe she better not walk. That is my goal for today. We will not say that she is walking anywhere but to a jail cell today. That is my goal for the day. If I could inspire all of you guys, as the collective, I'm gonna talk to you like I'm Jim Carrey, okay? Jim Carrey did this thing a long time ago where he was telling everybody we were all in the collective and that if we all combined our thoughts together that we would be able to change the world. Um, I do believe it a little bit, but at the same time, it's more beneficial for me because if I consistently think of things in the negative every day, I I kind of get negative results. It's all about perspective. But as far as this, hey hindsight, good to see you. Um, she's not walking. Regardless to what uh we've heard so far, she's not walking because she's got 19 charges total. There's several charges for lying and false police report and disclosing of a body. So I told Jimmy, I was like, Danny did not do this. Just I have this weird I feel like I can tell people who they are, what they are, without them even having to really talk. Hey Jennifer B, good to see you. Butterfly kisses, good to see you. Um, and I just knew even simply from looking at his photos, where there was a lot of pictures with him and Quinton. He was the one that was usually tending to Quinton in the picture. There's like two I can think of right now, but it's like I could just tell that he was the one that cared for Quinton, and with the stuff that was coming out early on, um, she was the one that was abusing Quinton. And then from what we found out from day one, her and Bubba broke up, and there'd been talks about an abortion and she didn't have one. And so clearly she resented the kid. He should be wearing the judge outfit today, yes. But you guys, I went to go look to see what time the trials are set up for because there's Court TV and there's Law and Justice or Law and Crime. And Law and Crime has Leilani's case set up for 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what that means, but I hope that means we're gonna see it at 9:30. Like I really, really hope that means we're gonna see it at 9:30 because there's no way Danny hurt them babies. That was heartbreaking watching him talk about Quentin. He cried. Leilani had no emotion. Yeah, she just sat there. She literally just sat there like stoned ice queen. And then she had that stupid smirk on her face. I swear, if I could smack that smirk off her face. Yeah, the judge did say 9, but Law and Crime, their stream that's already set up, it says 11 a.m. And Court TV doesn't have their stream set up yet. I think I saw a stream set up for Sarah Boone's case, but they better not do that to us. I will be so mad. Yes, she cried she cried for herself. Well, I mean, we don't even know that she cried for real. She was more sad seeing Danny than seeing Q. Yeah. She just, oh God. And watching those interrogation videos, it just was fascinating to me. I like studying or just analyzing human behavior. Talking about like, man, she had a great judge. Yeah, the judge is amazing. Um, I only have 13 likes and there's 60 people in here. What's up with that, you guys? Um, but yeah, they do spend more. It seems like they spend more time on breaks and listening to her babble on in them interrogation videos. They're really hard to understand. I was having to look at the closed caption at one point because I'm like, I can't understand what she's saying. She's just blah 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 blah. That's all I hear. I'm like, lady, get it together. You really, really seriously are a piece of work. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you so much. I did have my coffee this morning thanks to oh my god, you guys, because I would never. Yeah, the closed captions were having such a hard time they couldn't translate. It was like one word out of 50. He's definitely a narcissist. I think that's more than narcissism. Honestly, there's certain levels. I think narcissism comes on a spectrum, just like the other personality disorders. And there's certain levels of narcissists. Happy feet, happy soul to soul. I love that. But her narcissism, I believe, is closer to like a psychopath level, in my opinion. Because she's just so cold. She's very calculated in her lies, and she lies to everybody. Hi, James Dale. So it's like you can't really get her to open up to anybody about anything. And so Danny seemed a little scared to wake up Leilani when she wanted to stay home from work. Yes! It's like you don't want to wake up the demon, man. Like, I just can't. And so, I don't know. I wanted to see her face from the rip when she heard Danny had. But see, I at first said that too, like, oh my God, she's just finding this out and it's going to be bad. Her lawyers told her that. She was told she did not come in this unprepared. She lies when the truth fits better. Yeah, she lies just to lie. It's like fun for her or something. It's weird as shit. I would be so terrified of trying to remember what the hell I lied about. I would get anxiety having to lie about the lies that I'm trying to cover up for. It's like, I'm not built that way. I actually have a really, really hard time lying. Like, I really have a hard time to a point where it gives me anxiety. So, I don't know how someone like Leilani Simon functions on a daily basis. She literally lies when she opens her mouth. She just lie, 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 lie. I mean, Leilani really does seem to fit as for a name. She should have been Leilani, because I think she was jealous of Danny loving Quinton. Yeah, that's possible. I don't think that was the root cause of her issue, though. I think she just everything all at once, and it was piling up, and she should have never been left there with the babies. She should have never been left there alone with the babies. She shouldn't have been allowed to live with the babies. And she literally just even Billy Jones said she was alive from the beginning, remember? Alive from the beginning. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, she said she was a liar in the beginning. Yes, I got it. I got it. Yes, she did. She said sometimes she's good, sometimes she's not. I don't know whether to believe her or not. Sometimes she lies, sometimes she don't. Well, it really seems like she lies anytime she opens her mouth. And it's just like, I don't even know. I mean, how do you function like that? How do you live with somebody like that? Like, you're always lying. Okay, liar. That's, like that would be my response to someone like that. But to me, I can't function. And I've made it very clear that's like one of my things I don't tolerate in a person that I deal with every day. Like, yeah, people all have the right to exist and they have the right to be liars, but I'm just simply saying, if you lie to me 1, 2, 3, 4 times and I determine that you're a liar, I'm not gonna conversate with you anymore. Like, what's the point? Do you either think I'm really stupid and I can't determine whether or not you're a liar or not, which I always, for the most part, can, or you just, like, it's like, what? No, I cannot stand, that is my one thing, I cannot stand a liar. I cannot. Because it's just like, but with this, it's like she's trying to she wants to state that she don't remember nothing. She wants to state that she does remember, because on one hand it's like she can tell you she went to go get Orgel. Okay, well, where's this said Orgel that you supposedly got, and how did you get it? Like, oh God. And then, oh my God, I do not want to put any negative anything into the atmosphere today. I'm not even going to talk about the bad stuff that we found, but for the love of God, is Danny talking to her still? Because, hey, is there a possibility that there might have been stinky shrimp pasta in the backseat, aka poor baby Quinton? Oh, I don't know. We could have had, there could have been pasta. No! God, when that happened, I literally just wanted to scream. I'm like, oh, God, Danny. But I mean, he was being honest. That just shows he was being honest. And then when everybody says, you know, hold on, sorry. I hope you guys discussed the Sarah Boone case. Can you believe the way I finally got him to listen to that video? Well, for probably about 2 minutes of the video, because he never really looked at the Sarah Boone case at all, Jimmy. And I always had been kind of like, hey, what about Sarah Boone? Because it's like, at the end of the day, when I get off work, he's like, what should I talk about later? I'm like, I don't know. What about Sarah Boone? And for whatever reason, it's always ended up being the other case or another different case or whatever. And so I'm like, Sarah Boone. So he's like, well, okay, well, what's it about? And I'm like going over, boyfriend suitcase. He's like, how do you get in the suitcase? I'm like, fuck if I know. He's like, how's that hide and seek if she's the one that zipped him up? I'm like, fuck if I know. Can somebody answer that? Does anybody know? Makes me mad they didn't test nothing. Yeah, that looked important. I know exactly. Like, even if you walk into the room, it smells like throw up. Don't you want to test it for the contents of it? Like the last thing the kid ate, or like, you know? Anyways, so I'm like, Sarah Boone trial, look at the video. And he's like, what video? I'm like, there's a video of this man inside this suitcase. Did she zip him up in that? Like, does anybody know? Or like, how the heck this man even folded himself up to get into the suitcase? And then, oh, we were playing hide and seek. It's not really hide and seek if you put him in there, because then you know where he's hiding, right? I'm like, I don't know. So I couldn't really explain that to him. But then, see, yes, she zipped him. So yeah, that's not hide and seek. That's not how you play hide and seek. So I started playing the video for him, and he was like, is this where, does he die in there? Is this video where, is this us hearing him dying? And I was like, yeah, kind of. He's like, I can't listen to that. So I don't know if he's going to cover that or not. But I mean, it's just like, she zipped him up into the suitcase, claims, oh, they were just playing hide and seek. How did she convince this man to get into a suitcase? Drunk hide and seek rules? Okay, yeah. There were Buzz playing around. I think she said, let's see if I can fit him in, and zipped him and left him there. Well, she's in the video talking about, this is for everything you've done to me. I mean, I get like battered woman syndrome, I guess, is what they're going to go with. But that's not how you do that. I mean, he's small. Okay, yeah. Still, he was hiding in the suitcase when she found him. She zipped him up. Yeah. As adults do hide and seek. Yeah. Yeah. We all play hide and seek. I used to hate hide and seek. I hate hide and seek. She abused him. Yeah, I can see that. I can see anyone having to be in the same room with the lady for more than 5 minutes as being abused. That's why I carry my cell phone everywhere. Yeah. I do too. Hey, hear me roar. Good to see you. They said 100. He was 105 pounds? Holy shit. Was he a child? Oh my God, that's tiny. The man was 105 pounds for real? Oh, he's never had abuse problems. Oh my God, okay. You know what? You could always cover it too. Yeah, I know. I know. It's just hard to, I have a lot. I have a kid, I have 2 dogs, I have a man-child, I have work. I'm at work every day. And, if the Leilani case lasts the 3 weeks that it's rumored to be lasting, I actually took 2 days off, in case, and I will totally freaking do everything I can to go to that. Because I want to see her locked up. She's not walking, you guys. Stop saying that she's walking. And I'm telling you, Amy from San Antonio, Texas, by PJ, I need you to do like a woosah moment before you call and go to your positive light island, wherever you go to when you meditate. I need you to call up and be like, that woman ain't walking. We're gonna fry her ass. Like something to that nature. We gotta do, yeah, something like that. And not the whole, oh, here we are again. She's gonna walk. Stop saying she's gonna walk. For the love of God, she's not walking anywhere but to her cell. She still has other charges. Even if she got minimum, she's gonna go years and years, whatever. I don't care. She's not gonna be in my time zone. Next week, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna forget she exists because she's done walked off into the oblivion. Bro, you see the breaks they take. Good thing you got the time off. This is gonna go on for weeks. I hope so. But I mean, they already brought Danny out. So I'm like, how long could it really last? I know Michelle has to come and Michelle's daughter's coming and the defense side has to do their people, and I mean you might be right. I wonder if they had drugs involved. Yeah, they all did drugs. Don't put it into the universe. Yes, exactly. She's not going to walk. She is not going to walk. She should have taken a deal. You're right. But she believes her own lies. So she's expecting them to believe. And that's another thing. I'm going to kind of end on that. Hey, Alabama mom, good to see you. Um, it's fascinating watching her interrogation videos. I can't hardly understand her, but I can watch and interpret her by her body language and by her reaction. It's like she'll respond and spit out some type of lie, because it's always a lie, and then she's like, oh, you don't believe me? Hi, Kimberly, good to see you. And so she's like, oh, you don't believe me? Watch this. And she's like, oh, blah 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 blah, and then she's like kind of like peeking, like to see, like, do you believe me now? And then they're just like, well, no, something happened. He was alive here and then he wasn't alive here, so then something must have happened. And then she's like, oh, they still don't really believe me. Blah, 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 blah. And then she goes on to like this, like, almost manic, angry rant, and you could feel the anger. Leilani Simon is an angry individual. You can feel it. And so I can see why. It's Amy from San Antonio. You're right, PJ. I would definitely make everything more positive. Thank you, Amy. I love that. I love when you call. So don't take it like I wasn't meaning to call you out or single you out. I just all day yesterday, it's like every time you would call, it would be something just so like but I mean, we were witnessing it. It was negative. It was like, oh my God, did he really just say it could have been shrimp pasta? Like, oh, if I could shake that man through the TV, I would have. And the tongue is a two-edged sword. You are so right. It can either bring life or death. You're right. It's hard. See, for me, especially with my own situations or my own life, I'm like, oh, I don't feel good today. I must be doing this, or I must have that, or work is hard, and I instantly go into like, oh, this is bad, and this is it's like it's so easy for me to go into like a negative direction. I actually have to work to make it positive, even though it seems like it's negative. So that's all I was really saying. Please be easy on BJ. She lost everything. I know. I know. I know. I mean, I do feel bad for her because she's gonna have to live with that in her life, and she's lost so much, and she just had a kid that was just a liar. I mean, I don't necessarily feel like, Leilani's a liar because of her. I do feel like the situation in your life or what you're brought up in does reflect or whatnot. But I mean, she must have had the same situation in her life. So then I think, well, she's clearly had a bad life. So I know. I know. I feel bad for everybody in this situation. It's not a good situation, no matter how you look at it. Um, but yeah, I've got 5 minutes going to work. I always get here on time nowadays, and it's like, "Oh, I might as well do a live with you guys." But, I just wanted to put some positive out there. I just wanted you guys to know, uh, if we all kinda try really hard to, yeah, Amy Boyd. I was also brought up Christian. I was brought up very strict Christian. My parents actually came from Croatia here to the United States to Virginia, and so not only was I brought up in a church in this Christian environment, my parents were overly Christian. Like they believed everything the pastor said. So if you're not allowed to listen to Ace of Base, my dad's gonna throw that CD away every time I buy it. So it's like they don't believe you go party when you're 16, 17. You don't go to the club at Peabody's for underage night or, like stuff like that. And so they followed it to a T with nobody really to kind of guide them to go in a little lenient on me. So I was actually really, really, I was brought up really strict, Christian. And the speak into existence stuff is basically in there. But at the same time, it's kind of more new agey, I believe. I feel like the people that manifest their stuff are more new age. But I see how what you mean by that. You don't get to dance. Yeah, and it's like right, super strict. My dad broke an Bush CD. It was Bush, Rage Against the Machine, and originally Ace of Base. I probably owned at least like 4 or 5 Bush CDs because he would break one, and I'm like, I just need to have that CD. Glycerine is life. But yeah, is biblical life is in the tongue. Yes, yes, you're right. But highly spiritual about it. Yes, there's a difference between being spiritual and religious. I believe in religious is man-made, but it's nice to see you doing a live. I said, thank you. Yeah, I gotta run into work though. I'm about to be late. So on that note, you guys, let's try to be positive. Hopefully the trial starts on time. Law and Crime, I only see it at 11. So I really hope I'm wrong. I really, really, really hope it starts on time, 9:30. But again, like I said, Law and Crime has it on for 11. So in case we're late, that's why. Have a good day, everybody. I gotta run into work. Bicycle.